It really depends on what kind of business you're in. I would say, as an employee, if you're not looking for work, if you're not blogging, if you're not writing a book, you probably don't need to revisit it that often. Once a month, once a quarter. But as an entrepreneur, in an ideal world, you're going to go back every week and say, okay, what's going on with the industry? What's going on with COVID? What's happening? What happened to me last week? Did I get a new client? Did I finish up a client? Is there some accomplishment I can add? How can I address what's happening in the country and in the world? If there's just one way to make yourself a little more relevant on a, say, weekly or monthly basis, I definitely encourage it because people are noticing.
And I got to say, as somebody who's not technologically savvy, it's a bane of my existence is keeping things up to date. So having someone like you.
Come on, you're doing a podcast. You're tech savvy. Come on.
Being able to continuously update, to me, it seems time consuming and laborious, but that's why having someone like you who's there to draw out the details. So what is new? So
yeah. Well, and that is part of what I do for my clients on a regular basis. But I think the trick is kind of recognizing those things as they happen, right? And that's like what I call this. I used to call it the boot kicking mindset. Was that how can you continuously be kicking your own, right? How can you say, wait, what happened great today? How can I recognize the celebrations? How can I recognize the struggles? How can I find the problems my clients are having? How can I take a conversation I had with a client and think, how can I turn that into an opportunity that I can talk about in a LinkedIn post, right? So it's really training your mind to recognize those things that you could post about or put in your post.